as they're part of the squad.
I support free speech. So should you.
Australian family. The great United States, the most powerful country on earth, cannot handle a legal level playing field. They're insisting that this Aussie family have their hands tied behind their backs while they try and fight them in court.
We are shocked and absolutely heartbroken by this callous and inhumane decision which has been delivered just before Christmas with no explanation or justification. I want to show my husband and my kids that no matter what you are facing, it's important to stand up for what you believe in. Let's show politicians in Canberra that Aussies won't stand for their citizens being treated this way. Come along and follow my journey in reaching my goal. You can join Team Duggan and run with us, sponsor me to help support the legal team, or donate to the wonderful non-for-profit Shine for Kids, who have been there to support myself and children on our visits to McBride Correctional Centre. Thank you so much for all your support. Knowing that so many people are behind us is what has kept us going during this excruciating time. So, thank you.
You are now inside a free speech zone where speaking the truth is encouraged. Corrupt governments frown on people learning the truth about government wrongdoing, but they are powerless to stop people speaking. Learning the truth is completely legal.
Stand up, don't give up the fight. Stand up, don't give up the fight. Stand up for your rights.
Obviously, as a result of lies. Wars in Somalia are a result of lies. The Second World War and the German invasion of Poland was a result of carefully constructed lies. That is war by media. Let us ask ourselves, of the complicit media, which is the majority of the mainstream press, what is the average death count attributed to each journalist? When we understand that wars come about as a result of lies peddled to the British public and the American public and the publics all over Europe and other countries, then who are the war criminals? It is not just leaders, it is not just soldiers, it is journalists. Journalists are war criminals. Why one might think that should lead us to a state of despair.
Thank you. Some information for you. Good on you. Thank you.
That the reality that is constructed around us is constructed by liars, is constructed by people who are close to those that they are meant to be policing. It should lead us also to an optimistic understanding, because if wars can be started by lies, peace can be started by truth. So that is our task, and it is your task. Go and get the truth. Get into the ballpark and get the ball, and give it to us, and we'll spread it all over the world.
Praise to God.
Welcome to the 271st Julian Assange Sydney Town Hall gathering. This world will start improving for humanity as soon as we all decide to inform ourselves with the available truth. If we all work with the available truth, we will then be able to arrive at solutions that will work for all of us. We must realise that peace and justice are always possible, and that the opposite of peace and justice arises when lies are believed and there is an environment of truth suppression. We don't have to believe lies, but many of us choose to do so. Also, we should not be silent on important truth, but many of us choose to remain silent. It is important that we resist lies and the suppression of truth if we wish to make the world a better place for everyone. People often decide to believe lies and keep quiet on important truth when they see a benefit from believing lies and keeping quiet on important truth. Those benefits may include a sense of perceived inclusion or belonging. If you choose to believe lies or keep quiet about important truth, it may help you keep your job, gain an important contract, or even avoid persecution. Unfortunately, there are big problems with choosing to believe lies or deciding to suppress the truth. When you do these things, you are forced to live a lie. You help to enable your oppression, and you stop yourself thinking deeply. When you do all of this, any happiness you experience will be shallow and short-lived. Your health will suffer, and you will likely die resentful and unfulfilled. A truthful existence is the way to a meaningful existence. Join us every week here at Sydney Town Hall. Stand up for the truth and everyone's right to know the truth. Stand up for the public interest. Fight corruption. Help raise awareness and stand in unity with those who are wrongly persecuted. Enjoy life as a real human being. The Assange movement continues. Free, free, free the truth. Free, free, free the truth. Free, free, free the truth. Thank you.
Look at you,
gentlemen, we stand here today not just for ourselves, but for every Australian who has been betrayed by a government that no longer serves the people, but corporations that fund it. The harsh reality we face is that our government no longer prioritizes our health, it prioritizes the interest of Big Pharma. The medical profession is no longer about science, ethics, and patient care. It has become a business, one controlled by pharmaceutical giants whose influence stretches into every decision our policymakers make. Gone are the days when public health was determined by independent experts. Now it is dictated by corporate lobbyists sitting at the same table as our leaders, pressuring them to pass policies that enrich their pockets while we, the people, suffer. When COVID-19 struck, we witnessed firsthand how power and profit dictated health policies. Safe, effective, and inexpensive treatments were demonized. The moment a doctor dared to prescribe anything outside the official narrative, they were attacked, silenced, and stripped of their right to practice. Why? Because early treatments like ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine were threats to a billion-dollar vaccine industry that could only operate under emergency use authorizations. And for that authorization to be granted, no alternate treatment could exist. This was never about science. It was never about protecting the people. It was about profit. Pharmaceutical companies rake in billions of dollars, while adverse reactions, injuries, and suffering are swept under the rug. Our leaders, the one we elected to serve us, have instead become enforcers of corporate greed. And the regulators, the very institution meant to keep health policies in check, have turned into Big Pharma's attack dogs, silencing dissent, suppressing alternative treatments, and punishing doctors who dare to uphold their oath. We have seen the government interfere with medical practice like never before. Informed consent, the foundation of ethical medicine, has been dismantled. People were coerced, shamed, and threatened into medical decisions they did not fully understand. Those who hesitated were labelled as danger to society. Meanwhile, every attempt to hold those responsible accountable has been ignored. Parliament has failed to act. The Healthcare Complaints Commission has weaponized its power against doctors instead of protecting the people. Our regulators have transformed into enforcers of corporate interest, ensuring that no one dares to question pharmaceutical monopoly. This is no longer just about a failure of policy. It is a coordinated effort to put profits over people, corporate power over public health. And it does not end with COVID-19. Today is the vaccine. Tomorrow is the next pharmaceutical product they want to push, the next medical treatment they want to suppress, the next industry they want to monopolize at the expense of human lives. But let me tell you something. In history, it has been shown that no matter how strong the chains of oppression, no matter how powerful the forces behind deception, truth will always rise. No empire built on corruption has ever stood forever. And this empire, this alliance between Big Pharma and government will crumble under the weight of its lies. The only question is, will we stand up now or we will wait until it's too late? To the doctors out there who have been silenced, speak up. Your voice is your power, and it is our duty to protect medical truth. To the people, demand accountability. Demand that your government serves you, not the billion-dollar corporations lobbying for their own gain. Today we stand not just against a corrupt system, but for the future of healthcare, for the right to make informed decisions, and for a country that values its people over its profits. As George Orwell once said, the further a society drifts from the truth, the more it will hate those who speak it, unquote. But we will not be silenced. We will not stop fighting, and we will not allow this corruption to continue unchecked. Thank you.
Hi there, so we're getting some rain it seems, we're about to. The Sydney Harbour sea monster has jumped off the State Street building up here and has wandered along various streets. It's being chased by the New South Wales Police, by ASIO, by the FBI and by the CIA. This is very serious stuff. So the Sydney Harbour sea monster is going for a swim. We're not sure where exactly today. We feel it might go to Darling Harbour and have a big swim there and then travel across to Balmain or somewhere like that. Where does Darling Harbour lead to? We'll get out at Darling Harbour and travel across to Balmain, walk to Balmain, jump into the water at Balmain or Leichhardt or somewhere like that, go for a big swim and generally scare the hell out of everyone. Thank you.